Hello guys and welcome to my Fate and Glory video. Here we're going to be talking about what Fate and Glory are, as well as how to get the damn stuff and how to spend it, or rather what to spend it on. So before we get started, remember, click the like button, click the subscribe button, and for anyone that wants to hang around afterwards, we'll be doing a playthrough of a difficult Tarrot mission. Oh yeah. Right, so let's get started with Fate, because it's very, very simple to define. Fate is a currency of sorts. It's in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen, and it's used to go on Tarrot missions. We'll be doing one of these later, but it's essentially a mission you can do with customized rewards as well as customized difficulties, and this is how you can really gear your character up with some awesome stuff quite quickly. Of course, you only have a limited number of fates, however, and it costs an average of between 90 and 100, depending what settings you choose to go for. Glory is very different to Fate. Glory stacks up numerically and looks a bit like a currency, but you don't spend it. It's really a reputation of sorts and resets at the end of each week. What Glory is something you accumulate by doing missions, and you work through a weekly chart of the stuff, accumulating rewards as you go along. The confusing part is you can get Fate from accumulating Glory. So that's where I think some players get a little bit tied up as to which is which. And of course you'll see there's a couple of special loot packs within the weekly system if you manage to get enough missions grinded through. Remember, once again, you cannot spend Glory on anything, it's just something to accumulate. The purpose of accumulating more than anyone else is for a league table system, which is going to be implemented shortly in the future. We're going to talk about that closer to the time, though. Let's talk a little bit more about Fate now, because loads of people have been asking, how do I get more Fate? I need more Fate in my life, because they want to do Tarrot missions. That's absolutely reasonable. So do I. Number one is you grind your Glory, and you get your Fate from grinding Glory. So just play the game and you will get Fate. Number two is you do your weekly missions in the top right hand corner of your UI main screen over here in your space station UI. Here you'll see you get about 40 to 50 for doing each of these weekly quests, which is a nice way of bumping it up quite quickly. As of yet, there's no other way of grinding this resource, but what you can do as a little tip and a little trick, which I really recommend, is when choosing a Tarrot mission, choose the option that gives you a chance to get a bonus Fate from the successful completion. This will give you about 40 Fate, which is about 2/5 of doing another mission, which is a reasonable chunk. As it stands, that's all there is to it. In summary, Fate is a resource that you get from achieving Glory and doing weekly quests, and Glory is a weekly reputation which you get and get other rewards which include Fate, as well as a chance to appear on a league table which will be implemented in the near future. Now, for anyone that wants to hang around with me and join me on this mission, we're going to now plough through a level 3 Tarrot mission with some difficulty modifiers and have a little bit of fun. Let's crack on with it and see what Chaos have got up their sleeve. Hello guys, welcome back. We're here with a buddy of mine that I've just met. He seems like a cool dude. We're just going to do a level 3 Tarrot mission. So two of us are, well, I am level 2 and he is level 1. This being level 3, this is the equivalent of a very hard mission. Should be a bit of fun. Let's see how we do. So as you can see, I'm rocking Heavy Bolter and I'm loving the suppression ability at the moment. I'm loving ability number 2, which reduces all of the enemy suppression and makes them full overloads. Absolutely loads of fun. Straight away, I like my buddy. He's being nice and cautious. This is a good sign. You see a little bit of health regen coming up here. I've respec'd into sniper training, and now when I get a critical hit, I heal 1% of my life. It's not a lot, but every little helps. Every little helps. Ooh. A lot of enemies here. Looking good. You can see my health going down a lot quicker than it would do in your average mission. This is nice. This is the feature of a level 3 mission. The fact that you might actually get hurt. It's good. It's good. I like it. Personal strategy. Walk into a room, aggro the enemies, walk out, make them follow you. I don't know if this will still work once they change the enemy AI, but really it's just convenient because if the enemies are spread out, they will start grouping up together, so it makes your life a little bit easier. There's that Barry White base gun again, the grav pistol. Such a nice weapon. See how long a Plague Marine lasts. 10,000-year-old my foot. Sit down. Take that, Chaos fanboys. Nice, nice, nice. I'd really like to see the melee units move a little bit faster. I know you can change the movement speed with the Tarrot cards. We don't have that one activated, but it would be something I'd like to see. Then there go my frames. And for anyone wondering why the frames drop every time I go in a big room, it's because my rig's not that up to date. I'm running an i5 3750K, not overclocked. I'm running a RX 480, which isn't a bad graphics card by any means, but it just shows that this game needs some optimization. And at the moment the graphics are set to medium with a number of settings completely turned off. So yeah, I freely admit the game needs a lot of optimization. Right, so let's see if we can kill a Dreadnought in a second. As you can see, go in the room, aggro them, walk back, let the Dreadnought reset, just like we said in the new player video. You see his blue suppression bar, now yellow going down. This means he's now susceptible to stuns, although I think Dreadnoughts are stun immune, so I'm not sure why they have a suppression bar. Maybe that's something that will come into play later on. Now I would be doing more damage with my grav pistol, but I feel a bit more badass with a heavy bolter just unloading. Even if it does kill my frames. Going a bit yellow swag at the moment. I sort of reposition towards the enemy. But it's okay because I've got an assault back. I'm trying to what? Where's Buddy gone? Buddy's saying sorry. Oh, I'm guessing Buddy's dead. Sorry, Buddy, you will be missed. He gets to come back, though. And then that's the power of a grav pistol against a Dreadnought. Actually having an armor-penetrating weapon really makes it a lot easier. Okay, I should probably keep an eye on my health. Yeah, and there it goes. Okay. So when you've got lots of units standing there shooting at you, don't be a sponge. And I'm a tank class as well. I mean, this is a tanky character. I'm not specced into tankiness, though. Worth pointing that out. So, yeah. Cover system useless? That's what they say. I disagree. I disagree. Very, very useful when you've got 5 people with autoguns shooting you. And I think the cover system's going to come more and more into this game as we do harder and harder difficult. More and more difficult content. Definitely. It's just a fact that everyone's doing easy stuff at the moment, so everyone thinks the cover system's a waste of time, but it's really not. You can mitigate like 90% of the damage that you would take. It's effectively a shield. And why wouldn't you want to use a shield? It slows down the pace, I grant you that. The cover system does really slow down the pace of the game, but is that such a bad thing? If it means that you can fight against scary stuff? I don't know. What they do need to really sort of fine-tune, though, is getting the enemies feeling scary. Because they don't feel that scary most of the time. If they get that balance just right, where you feel scared and intimidated, and like you're clinging on for dear life, and yet you're surviving because you're hiding behind a pillar, that's where you want to be. Obviously the tanks still need to be able to walk around the map and not wet themselves, but maybe the assassin will be more reliant on the cover system too. And the psyker. Obviously they're not be... well, I'd presume the psyker's not going to be wearing power armor. Could do, but I don't think they'll go that way. Yeah, we'll hide the evidence. We'll edit out the deaths. Maybe. I'm liking his autogun. Very, very prominent rattly sound. Does sound a little bit like a toy gun though. Like it sounds like a toy. Let's be honest. And standing there shooting is not a great idea. There go the frames again. Who needs frames? Frames are optional. Okay. Same old tactic. Bait them back. This is where elite enemies are really needed, because it's a little bit of rinse and repeat the same strategy for each room. Go in, lure them out, walk back, kill them. And that is repetitive. That's where you need elites that make or challenge how you play. So you need some elites that move so fast that you can't kite them. You need some that do AoE damage around them if you're a melee. You'll need some of them that slow you, perhaps, or put obstacles up that prevent your retreating. Yeah, I know it's very much copying Diablo 3, but it's a good system. And a lot of ARPGs have taken it because it's a good system. We've got random maps. God, this is turning into a rant video of a montage of every other video I've done. But I'm going to continue anyway. And teleport back. It keeps doing that when you jetpack and fire quickly afterwards. You sort of jetpack back again. I've lost my train of thought. Bly was ranting about stuff and it was really interesting. Definitely. Enemy variety, that was it. You need something that makes you behave differently. We got different maps. Yeah, that's cool. We got different weapons. Okay. So you get to do different maps with different weapons. But it's still rinse and repeat. You need to go into a map and think, oh, I'm against this, so I need to do that. Oh, and I've just found one of these enemies, so I have to do this instead of doing that. That's what we need. You need an unpredictable nature of the map itself. At the moment, the direction you walk in is unpredictable, but that doesn't make a game interesting. Having to choose to go left or right, going left in one mission and right in another, that's not going to make this game great. It needs enemies that encourage you to behave differently. That's a lot of autoguns. I wish I had ally health bar turned on, because I imagine he's... Well, I don't actually, because I don't like seeing green bars. If anyone's wondering why there are no numbers on my screen, it's because I'm not an accountant, and these numbers trigger me. I don't want to see every number I do. Maybe it's useful if you want to compare the DPS, etc., but that's something you can do with a character sheet anyway in a calculator. I don't like number watching on screens. I like thinking about the combat. I think... I did it for a while on Diablo 3, and then you start seeing like hundreds of millions and 20 million pop up, and you just... No. It just gets ridiculous. Goodbye frames. Rip frames. Good lord. And this is with medium settings too. But it is worth saying that the frames you're seeing are worse than the frames I'm getting due to the recording of this. I'm actually going to be upgrading computer very soon, which I'll be upgrading to the Ryzen 1700X, which is going to cope much better with all this multitasking. It's the combination of recording and playing which my computer just cannot cope with at the moment. I can play this with a fairly consistent 30 to 40 frames, which isn't great, I know. But the moment I hit that record button, oof, it's not happy. But that's about to change, as is my bank balance. Ooh! Frames, please come back to me. See, what I'm thinking right now is... Plague Ridden, cool, yeah, I like them. But it's just a bigger mob at the end of the day. It's no different to a Plague Bearer. Doesn't make you do anything different. It's elite, but it's a big mob and a small mob. You need different mobs. You need them. You need them to have abilities. Every elite unit in this game should have an ability. Like... Oh, maybe this is against the law, but maybe a Plague Ridden can throw a tentacle at you and root you to the floor. Something like that. I don't know what, and then you have to shoot the tentacle to escape it. I don't know, I'm just making stuff up on the spot, but need something. Oh, frames. Oh. Oh, my apologies. That's horrible. Once again, it looks better my end than it does yours. Not that that probably consoles you much. Here we have our first medical resupply. Make sure... Sometimes people leave it for each other. Just both pick it up. And only getting one inoculator refill per chest, which isn't a lot. It's not a lot at all. Bang, bang, bang. Barry White gun. Boom, boom, boom. Gotta love that bass. And heading this way, we'll clear this side first. Flash grenade out, which is nowhere near as good as a frag grenade. If anyone's just got this game, don't use flash grenades, just use frag. They actually kill stuff. They actually kill stuff. And am I going to die again? No. Nearly. Very, very nearly. I think I'll let him kill those enemies. I'm a bit healthier. The longer you're outside of the longer you're outside of combat, the quicker your health comes back. So there you go. That's a thing. It's kind of lame because it takes quite a while. In that it means you have to sort of stand there for ages after combat if you want a full heal without using an inoculator. Notice I didn't reload before I started shooting, so I'm a noob. Okay, you see those little heals coming in. Random chunks of health. If you've got a good crit percentage, I guess it's reasonable. I think we'll edit that last bit out. The frames just died when I entered this room. Absolutely died. Shooting stuff, shooting stuff. Buddy's taken on the Dreadnought on his own, like a champ. We'll go with the old heavy bolter pointed over the pipe. Roundabout shot. This will probably be quicker with a grav gun, so when this clip's empty, I'll whop it out. After I've reloaded. Whop it out, and it's already dead. And there we go. I hope you enjoyed the video, guys, and I hope you enjoy me rubber banding now. Remember to check out the other videos, and like and subscribe. See you around, guys.